fasten your seatbelts as Porsha Williams has just plunged into a cauldron of controversy head-on. Barely moments after revealing her sensational comeback to The Real Housewives of Atlanta, the rumor mill has exploded into a frenzy of turmoil, centering on her husband Simon Guobadia. Clutch your pearls, for Simon has found himself ensnared in a complex tangle of illicit activities now laid bare for all to see. The situation is so dire that the threat of deportation looms large, potentially leaving Porsha to navigate the waters of life unaccompanied once more. Porsha, for her part, is far from dismissive of these developments. Whispers abound of her navigating a tumultuous sea of feelings, perhaps teetering on the edge of a profound crisis. And just as the pot stirs, we stand on the cusp of a fresh season of Real Housewives, with the limelight poised to intensify like never before. Can you envision the storm of emotions, the unfolding drama, and the secrets about to be revealed? Porsha is braving the heart of the storm, with the world eagerly awaiting the drama that's set to unravel. Prepare your snacks, everyone. The show is about to get intensely real. Sia is the name of the game. As an entrepreneur with a portfolio spanning restaurants to nightclubs, I've carved my niche. My path crossed with Simon's when he slid into my DMs, also I believe. Now, I'm curious if he shared a different tale with you. Allow me to guide you through the love saga of Porsha and Simon, a journey marked by lavish celebrations in November 2022, both in Nigeria and the United States. It was all sunshine and roses as Porsha shared their dreams of expanding their quaint family. With Simon already a father to 5 from past liaisons and Porsha a proud mother to 1, their eagerness to welcome more into their fold was palpable. Yet brace yourselves for the narrative twists, far removed from your average romantic flick. Prepare for impact. Simon finds himself embroiled in a labyrinth of legal predicaments with the US government, with the specter of deportation hanging precariously over his head. Before skepticism takes hold, pondering, but isn't he wedded to an American citizen? Allow me to unveil a stark reality. Their union offers no shield for Simon. Reports suggest his temporary residency was secured through dubious means, ensnaring him in a vortex of deception detected by the authorities. This ordeal traces its roots back to the 80s, with Simon possibly believing he'd eluded the shadows of this past. However, the government's stance is unyielding, presenting him with an array of charges that paint US citizenship as a fleeting illusion for Simon. The unraveling began when Simon sought naturalization, blatantly ignoring the warning signs stemming from previous rejections due to his history of deceit and assumed identities. Delving deeper, Simon's inaugural quest in the US kicked off in August 1982 with a visitor's visa. Predictably, he overstayed, faced rejection upon seeking an extension, stared down the possibility of deportation, and opted to leave voluntarily in December 1985. Yet, in a classic twist, Simon re-entered the fray 6 months later with a new visitor's visa. This venture saw him not just overstay but also get apprehended for bank and credit card fraud, a felony. It seemed an expired visa and a criminal record weren't deterrence enough for our dear Simon. Come January 1989, Simon was apprehended once more, this time for unauthorized vehicle use. By May 1990, he found himself under arrest again for fraud. The ire of temptation proved too strong. The immigration authorities, unamused, commenced removal proceedings. Did this deter Simon? Far from it. Advancing to January 1990, merely 8 months post his last encounter with the law, Simon was embroiled in yet another felony case, this round involving credit card fraud. Yet that's not the full extent. In April 1991, an immigration judge intervened, conducting a hearing that culminated in Simon being slapped with a deportation order. By March 1992, he was physically expelled and deported from the US. Unbeknownst to the government, Simon had executed a cunning maneuver in 1988. Assuming a new identity, he sought temporary resident status through the Special Agricultural Worker Program. Ingeniously, under this new guise, he omitted his checkered criminal past from the application. Presto, the application was greenlit, awarding him a temporary resident permit. Following a period of anticipation, this permit was elevated to permanent resident status, with Simon receiving his residency card in April 1992, mere weeks post his deportation under an alternate identity. This permanent residency card enabled Simon to reside in the US without hindrance up until December 2016. At this juncture, Simon gambled once more, applying for naturalization under the second guise, perhaps hopeful that his prolonged U.S. tenure would tilt the scales in his favor. However, the government delivered a shocker: denial. The basis: his temporary resident status was illicitly obtained. Undaunted, Simon ventured yet another application in December 2020, progressing to the interview phase only for the government to stand firm on its verdict, deeming him ineligible due to his unlawful entry for permanent residency. Contrary to expectations, Simon's resolve has not waned in the slightest. In October 2022, a mere month post their nuptials, he sought a review of the naturalization denial. And as fate would have it, the authorities maintained their stance, reiterating their refusal. Undeterred, Simon's resolve hardened. By March 2023, he was petitioning the courts to reverse the decision and favor his naturalization, only to face rejection once more. This predicament of Simon's is akin to observing a catastrophe unfold in excruciatingly slow motion, a foreseen debacle he seemingly ignored. One could surmise he either neglected to engage an immigration attorney or the counsel he didn't employ fell short of competence. It appears they charted a course directly towards his deportation, a path he traversed with little hesitation. Applying for citizenship unveils complexities akin to opening Pandora's box, inviting scrutiny into not just one's current legal standing but delving into the annals of their residency history. The authorities are on a quest to ascertain the legitimacy of one's stay, uncovering any underhand tactics employed. Regrettably, Simon engaged in deceit to an excessive degree, adopting aliases and omitting his criminal history, maneuvers so blatant they hardly required a detective's acumen to uncover. Now facing a resounding denial for citizenship, Simon confronts the looming threat of being ousted from the country, a prospect that has left Porsha in turmoil. The distress of contemplating family plans only for her partner to be potentially exiled has taken its toll. Porsha Williams, in a decisive move, has initiated proceedings to dissolve her marriage, seeking legal recourse in the Fulton County Superior Court in Georgia. She declares the union irreparably damaged, beyond the prospect of reconciliation. "It just shattered me, navigating through this divorce," Porsha articulated, outlining the profound impact this process exerted on her existence, dominating her every waking moment with the specter of separation. Within her divorce filings, Porsha underscores the physical separation from Guobadia and implores the court to honor their prenuptial arrangement, established shortly before their marriage in November 2022. Furthermore, she insists Simon be accountable for her legal expenditures and related divorce costs. Adding another layer to this saga is the anticipated return of Real Housewives of Atlanta, potentially casting Porsha's personal ordeal into a spectacle for public consumption. The audience's speculation runs rampant, with some questioning Porsha's discernment in her romantic entanglements, hinting at the availability of court records that could have preempted her current predicament. Curiously, debates stir about the recurrent theme of legal troubles among the housewives, pondering whether the producers are privy to these dynamics beforehand and the extent to which these controversies serve the show's ire. One observer remarked on the notion of karma, critiquing Porsha's haste in her relationship choices, driven seemingly by financial ire. In a compelling twist, Tasha K., a prominent voice in commentary, lends her insights into the unraveling drama, scrutinizing Simon's character and an alleged history of deceit, highlighting his turbulent interactions and questionable dealings. So, the stage is set, the players are ready, and the drama unfolds. What's your perspective on this tangled web of love, deceit, and legal battles? Share your insights below, and if your appetite for drama remains unsated, stay tuned for more unfolding stories.